Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of TheCaliEffect, King of Games. And today, we're going to be watching an epic matchup between Burning Abyss and Cyber Dragon. I know you guys are hyped to see this match. Why? Because these are two really powerful decks inside of Yu-Gi-Oh! That are almost invincible to the Forbidden List. I'm going to win the dice roll and start off by going first, and I'm going to activate a Light of Sekka, allowing me to draw 2 cards from my deck to my hand. It is a free, that is right, it is a free pot of greed for the Burning Abyss strategy. The only drawback, I can't play any other spell and trap cards other than Light of Sekka. That's not really a bad thing. I'm then gonna go ahead and follow up by using Light of Sekka's second ability, banishing itself to reveal Fairy Tale Snow and shuffle that bad baby back inside of my deck because she is someone I just don't want to see right now. Burning Abyss is really powerful, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of those decks that can definitely take over the scene if left unchecked. Light of Sekka is also going to get me another card in my hand, possibly what I needed to start off with my combo. I'm then going to go ahead and normal summon Fiendish Rhino Warrior to my side of the field. Really powerful for this deck. Why? Because my Fiend monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects as long as Rhino Boy is on the field. It allows me to spell summon monsters like Rubric, Malbrink of the Burning Abyss to my side of the field and not have him being destroyed because I control a monster that is not Burning Abyss. I'm going to use both of those monsters for an Exceed summon into Dante Traveler, detaching the Fiendish Rhino Warrior to send 3 cards from the top of my deck to the graveyard. And well, Fairy Tale Snow is back in my graveyard, huh? It's really interesting how those things get shuffled into your deck and then wound up being in the graveyard. Now I'm going to activate some card effects, namely being Fiendish Rhino Warrior, allowing me to send a monster from my deck to my graveyard. I'm going to go ahead and send Graph and then trigger its effect to spell summon a monster to my side of the field. That monster being Seer Malbrink of the Burning Abyss, allowing me, when it's into the graveyard, to spell summon a Burning Abyss monster to my side of the field. I'm then going to offer my opponent to cut because he is in for a ride if he can't stop this, using both the Dante and the Seer for a link summon into the monster that everybody fears. He is extremely strong. That's right, Underclock Taker. Now in this particular situation, I'm going to use Seer as Chainlink 2 and Dante as Chainlink 1. No, I'm sorry, the other way around. TJ is going to chain Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion to the Dante, preventing me from adding a Burning Abyss monster from my graveyard to my side of the field. He sensed that I didn't have another Burning Abyss monster to turn Dante into a Beatrice, and he guessed right. So this is going to leave an Underclock Taker and a Dante Traveler to Burning Abyss to my side of the field, as well as not necessarily enough cards to trigger my Fairy Tale Snow as safely as I would want to. I'm going to go ahead and pass it to TJ, trying to figure out my options. There isn't any. Without a Burning Abyss monster, you can't make that Beatrice. And it looks like TJ is going to be able to start off his turn pretty safely, only dealing with the ability for me to recur resources through Dante. He's going to normal summon Cyber Dragon Core to his side of the field, and then use its ability to add a Cyber Spell or Trap card from his deck to his hand. Now, there's a plethora of cards that he can add. He can add Cyber Repair Plant, Cyber Emergency, Cyber Overload. He can add so many cards from his deck that it is insane what he can do with all of these cards. It looks like he's going to go ahead and add Cyber Emergency, probably allowing him to fletch another monster that he might need for a good combo. Actually do have a response to that. I'm going to activate Droven Lockbird, saying that, nah, you can't search any more cards for the rest of this turn. I mean, if it makes him feel better, I wouldn't be able to search cards from my deck to my hand either, because Droven Lockbird says neither player can add cards from the deck to the hand. But TJ, he's not liking that Droven Lockbird. He actually does have a response to it. He's just taking his sweet old time to use it. He's going to go ahead and use Coal by the Grave, banishing that Droven Lockbird and effectively getting rid of that hand trap, allowing TJ to continue to pop off with his plays. So it's going to be really exciting to see what Cyber Dragons can do against a Burning Abyss board that is not yet incomplete, ladies and gentlemen. He's then going to follow up with activating that Cyber Emergency, allowing him to add 1 Light Machine monster that cannot be normal summoned or set, or 1 Cyber Dragon monster from his deck to his hand. The best thing about Cyber Emergency is that if this card's activation is negated, he can discard 1 card and then add it to his hand. And seeing that Cyber Emergency isn't a you can only use this card once per turn, it's only you can activate it, so happens to be negated, he can just go ahead and activate it again and search the card that he needs from his deck to his hand. Anyways, I'm going ahead and reading Cyber Emergency just to make sure he has all of his ducks in order. And I'm like, yeah, this seems legit. He's going to add Cyber Dragon Dry. No, it looks like he's not going to add Dry from his deck to his hand. A very, very good card if you ask me, ladies and gentlemen. I think that Dry can definitely be a really good asset to the Cyber Dragon strategy. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull the Cyber Emergency back to my side of the field. I need to read that card. It looks like he's going to go ahead and add Cyber Dragon Hers. It can be special summoned as a level 5 monster, or when it's sent to the graveyard, he can add 1 Cyber Dragon from his deck or graveyard to his hand. So Hers is a really good option if you ask me. And I think that he's going to follow up with some extraordinary plays. TJ is then going to use his Galaxy Soldier, pitching Cyber Dragon Hers to the graveyard to summon Soldier. And next, he's going to trigger the effect of Cyber Dragon Hers, using its ability to search a Cyber Dragon from his deck to his hand, as well as a Galaxy Soldier from his deck to his hand. So now he has an immediate fodder to discard with his Galaxy Soldier, and he can start off with some pretty nifty moves, if you guys ask me. He's going to follow up by discarding the Cyber Dragon to his graveyard to summon that second copy of Galaxy Soldier, and then he's going to use both of those monsters for an Exceed summon into Cyber Dragon Nova. Things are getting really bad for me right now. Detaching 1 material with Cyber Dragon Nova, he can be able to special summon Cyber Dragon to his side of the field. But no, it looks like I have something up my sleeve. I'm going to activate Effect Veiler on that Cyber Dragon Nova. No extra Cyber Dragon for you. I know where this is going. TJ is then going to proceed to make Cyber Dragon Infinity and use Cyber Dragon Infinity's ability to destroy, not necessarily destroy, but slurp. That feels like such a dirty word. Slurp? Absorb? That sounds really dirty too. Absorb, slurp, consume. Consume sounds pretty bad too. He is going to take my monster. Now it sounds like he's taking my lunch. Nah, I ain't no punk. He's gonna absorb my Underclock Taker and put himself in a pretty good position. Cyber Dragon Infinity is 21, 23, 25, 2700 attack, allowing him to attack over to Dante. But Dante, the Traveler of the Burning Abyss effect, will trigger now. Not 100% sure why he didn't use Cyber Dragon Infinity to negate Dante's effect to add Seer. Maybe he was afraid of Ghost Ogre? That could possibly be it. Possibly he didn't want to make his Cyber Dragon Infinity lose attack, because if it does get in that 2500 range, then he is in trouble. Or if I can force it to make a negate to the 23 range, and he's still in trouble. Monsters in my graveyard that I can definitely take advantage of. I'm going to be looking through my graveyard quite a bit in this video, because Burning Abyss has one powerful monster that you just kind of don't want to get in the way. I'm going to go ahead and use its ability right here and right now. Fabled Sulcus allows me to discard 2 cards from my hand to special summon them to a side of the field. I'm going to discard Seer and Destiny Hero Malicious. TheCaliEffect, what are you doing? You are in a pretty good spot, and right now I am looking at making that free Beatrice so I can get some more effects off. I have enough cards to actually trigger Fairy Tale Snow, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't like using Fairy Tale Snow unless it's on my opponent's turn, to be honest with you guys. I am going to use Seer Malbrink of the Burning Abyss effect, allowing me to special summon a monster to my side of the field. And I think that's going to put me in a pretty good spot, unless TJ does have the ability, or he chooses to negate that Seer. I'm going to be able to make some pretty solid moves. Dante's effect allowing me to recur a warrior monster, as well as using it for a link summon into possibly an ESO with my Malicious. I think it would be best in TJ's interest that he might want to stop it. And as you guys can see, I'm having a little bit of a conflict of interest. Instead of just going for the smarter play, debating on if I should special summon Graph to destroy itself to special summon another Burning Abyss, because that really wouldn't get me any headway. I have Fabled Sulcus on my side of the field, which will destroy any of my Burning Abyss monsters. I'm going to go ahead and special summon Dante, Traveler of the Burning Abyss, to my side of the field, and then I'm going to banish Effect Veiler, Rubric, and the Orbital Hydrolander to special summon another Behemoth. No, it's not Blacklist Soldier. I'm banishing 3 cards. I'm going to special summon Chaos Dragon Levianeer to my side of the field. And now you guys get to see a little bit of a misplay. I'm going to use Chaos Dragon Levianeer's effect to destroy cards on my opponent's side of the field, and he's going to negate with the Cyber Dragon Infinity. Now, I didn't have to use a Levianeer's effect. I could have just summoned it as a 3000 body and attacked over the Cyber Dragon Infinity, and then in main phase 2 decided to make the E-Soul and go on with my plays. But I guess I just wasn't thinking quite clearly that time. I'm going to banish Destiny or Malicious. Actually, I was trying to get the Infinity to negate so I can make Beatrice right now, but it doesn't really serve a point. TJ was smart enough to keep the Cyber Dragon Infinity at 2500, so my Beatrice can't run into it, giving me a pretty bad scenario. I'm going to go ahead and special summon a Destiny or Malicious, use that and the Dante for a link summon into E-Soul 2 Tales of the Noble Knight, triggering E-Soul's effect, allowing me to add a warrior monster from my deck to my hand, as well as triggering Dante's effect, allowing me to add a Burning Abyss monster from my graveyard to my hand. So really good effects that I'm going to be able to trigger off right now. Being able to recur a card and search a card is always welcome inside of the Burning Abyss strategy. And the fact that it was just so free, if you guys remember, I was able to get the Dante on the field for free, and then I was able to link it away for free, and then follow up with more free summons. So that's exactly what this Burning Abyss strategy is about. I'm going to banish my second Destiny Hero Malicious to special summon the third Destiny Hero Malicious from my deck to my side of the field, and it looks like I can follow up both of those monsters for an Exceed summon. 2 level 6 monsters on the field. You guys should already know the best level 6 monster in the Burning Abyss strategy will probably always be Beatrice, allowing you to send monsters or cards from your deck to the graveyard and use their abilities, as well as replacing itself when it's destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect. So we're in a pretty good position, especially seeing that the fact that Beatrice does not have to be special summoned in the extra monster zone, one of the biggest things that Burning Abyss has to deal with from time to time. The fact that I can put it in the main monster zone and still be able to summon other monsters to my side of the field is just amazing. Unfortunately, again, that Chaos Dragon Levianair misplay is going to set me back pretty far, seeing that I can't just use the Levianair to attack over the Cyber Dragon Infinity. I'm going to go ahead and use both of those monsters for an Exceed summon to a Beatrice, the Eternal Lady. Now, Beatrice can actually pop off with this effect uninterrupted. I'm going to use that ability to send the Destiny Hero Malicious to the graveyard, to send a monster from my deck to my graveyard. I feel like it kind of doesn't matter which monster I'm going to send to the graveyard. If I were to send Farfa, then the Cyber Dragon Infinity would be able to come back and just snatch a monster. If I send... None of these just don't seem like really good choices in your normal Burning Abyss deck. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. I already searched Blacklist Soldier, so I got some spicy searches or some spicy sends to the graveyard to show you guys. I'm going to go ahead and send... That's right, Eclipse Wyvern? TheCaliEffect, what are you doing? I'm going to trigger Eclipse Wyvern's effect, allowing me to banish a level 7 or higher dark or light dragon monster, banishing Dark Arm Dragon. So if TJ cannot win this game right here, right now, it looks like he just might have to deal with a Dark Arm Dragon and a Blackluster Soldier all on the next turn without me investing any additional resources. That is insane, ladies and gentlemen. That is just really good. Also, combined with the fact that I have Fairy Tale Snow in my graveyard, I can actually use it defensively, special summoning the Snow, flipping an opponent's monster face down, and adding free Dark Arm Dragons. If I happen to get more dark monsters than I need, Fairy Tale Snow can help me manipulate my graveyard to my advantage. Now, it looks like I don't have a choice. My misplay is going to cost me my Beatrice, using itself to run into the Cyber Dragon Infinity, but at least it'll get its effect, allowing me to special summon Dante Pilgrim of the Burning Abyss, a pretty powerful monster in its own right, to my side of the field, then following up with the E-Soul, using it to attack into the Cyber Dragon Nova, and then attacking with the Pilgrim directly, putting TJ effectively down to 4,000 life points exact. Now, I know you guys, what you guys are thinking. I could have used the Fairy Tale Snow to summon itself, grab the Dark Arm, make another Link monster, but I didn't want to give up any hand resources. I felt that I had the game pretty much in the bag, and I had a pretty good control over it. Little did I know, TJ does have some tricks up his sleeve himself. He's going to be able to break this board while Dante Pilgrim of the Burning Abyss is an untargetable behemoth. He is not invincible to what TJ has up his sleeve. TJ's first going to use the Pilgrim as a Kaiju for Jizukiru to start destroying Kaiju, and then he's going to activate Cyber Dragon Core's effect in the graveyard, special summoning a Cyber Dragon monster from his deck, or Cyber Dragon from his deck to his side of the field. He then has the ability to contact Fuse. That Jizukiru is a 3300 monstrosity. That's just something that you don't really want to deal with. But when you're Cyber Dragons, it doesn't matter. You just use it as a link or a fusion material for his Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. Now, Fortress Dragon is 2400. He'll be able to attack over the E-Soul with ease. He just wants to read it and make sure that everything's all good. Please excuse his ugly forehead, ugly top of his head. Using the Chimera Tech to attack into the E-Soul is going to deal 800 damage, effectively putting me down to 7,200. And I think that's going to be it with TJ. Little does he know, he's at 4,000 life points. This is a no bueno situation. I was in control of that entire turn. Actually, I guess I only took 400 life points. Maybe it only gained 1,000. I was in control of that entire turn. Fairy Tale Snow in my graveyard. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Blackluster Soldier in my hand right now. Enough darks to win the game. Now, I know you guys see 3 darks exactly, but keep in mind, I have Seer in my hand from Dante's effect. So even if my opponent decided to keep my Underclock Taker, being able to summon Dark Arm Dragon and BLS to my side of the field was going to happen no matter what. TJ soon realizes that he has my Underclock Taker, or hopefully he soon realizes that he has my Underclock Taker, gives it back to me, and now we have a ball game. 3 darks in my graveyard, summoning that Blackluster Soldier, also following up with Eclipse Wyvern's effect to add that Dark Arm Dragon, and then I'm going to special summon the Dark Arm Dragon, and TJ is going to scoop it up, ladies and gentlemen. That is insane. Burning Abyss being able to summon the Big Daddy boss monsters to secure that game. This time around, TJ is going to go ahead and go first. And he's going to start off by normal summoning Cyber Dragon Core to his side of the field. Using its ability to add one Cyber Spell or Trap card, he's going to go ahead and add Cyber Repair Plant. Next, TJ is going to follow up with the spell card Machine Duplication. Oh man, we are in for it. He's going to go ahead and special summon, no, not Cyber Dragon Core. Cyber Dragon Core cannot be special summoned off of Machine Duplication, seeing that Cyber Dragon Core isn't even Cyber Dragon Core right now. It is Cyber Dragon. So he's going to special summon 2 level 5 Cyber Dragon monsters to his side of the field. And I think he's putting himself in a pretty good position. If he can get another level 5, he can have an Infinity, plus either a Cleave Genius or a Seeger, depending on how he puts the situation. He's going to use both Cyber Dragons for a Link summon into Cyber Dragon Seeger. And then I'm really confused. Wait a second. No, TJ does have it, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to go ahead and use Cyber Repair Plant, using its ability to put the Cyber Dragon back into his deck. And it looks like he has a really, really good combo, a devastating combo. Does he have the second copy? Yes, he does. Machine Duplication targeting Cyber Dragon Core again, special summoning 2 Cyber Dragons back from his deck to his side of the field. This is what Cyber Dragons is about. Summoning huge monsters that your opponent just can't deal with, putting your opponent in really bad situations. It looks like he's going to be able to make summon Sorceress after this with the Cyber Dragon Core and the Cyber Dragon Seeger. TJ's definitely led us to think that he did not know what he's doing, when all along, he knew exactly what he's doing. He's going to go ahead and use the Seeger plus the Core to make Summon Sorceress to target the Cyber Dragon, special summoning a Galaxy Soldier to his side of the field. And now he can follow up by using both of those monsters for an Exceed summon. The both Cyber Dragon and the Galaxy Soldier are going to be used to make a Cyber Dragon Nova, and the Nova's effect detaching a material from it to special summon a Cyber Dragon back to his side of the field. Now, both of those Cyber Dragons can be used for another Exceed summon, which he will, into Constellar Pleiades. And then he's going to use the Nova to an Infinity. Whoa, a 3-card Cyber Dragon Infinity and Constellar Pleiades. It's putting me in a really tough spot. I'm going to start off by activating Light of Sekka. Really fortunate to have drawn it 2 times in a row. Effectively a Pot of Greed, allowing me to draw 2 cards from my deck and putting me hopefully in a good position. TJ's not going to decide to destroy the Cyber Dragon, or destroy the card, or negate the activation and destroy it with Cyber Dragon Infinity. He knows that there are too many threats that Burning Abyss has in its arsenal to just ruin this whole game plan. I'm going to start off by normal summoning the Fiendish Rhino Warrior, and we're in a good spot. We're all state right now. We're in good hands. Do I have a Burning Abyss monster to follow this up with? Yes, I do. It looks like I have Alec, Malbreak of the Burning Abyss. Not necessarily the best Burning Abyss monster, but at this given time, any Burning Abyss monster would help. Pretty sure I'm going to use those monsters to follow up with a Dante. I can't think of any other rank 3 monsters that would put me in a better position. Instead of using it in the extra monster zone, I can actually use it in the main monster zone. Dante, Traveler of the Burning Abyss, in defense position. Now, TJ actually does have a card effect to use. He's going to use his Constellar Pleiades, bouncing my Dante, denying me the ability to recur a Burning Abyss monster, but it will allow me to trigger my Fiendish Rhino Warrior. TJ, again, not using that Cyber Dragon Infinity, using it quite cautiously. I'm going to send Graph, Malbreak of the Burning Abyss from my deck to my graveyard. Graph's effect is going to allow me to special summon a Burning Abyss monster to my side of the field, and this monster is going to be Seer. Now we are in great hands if I can summon another Burning Abyss monster. Do I have another Burning Abyss monster? Because then I can make the Dante and mill some more cards to put me in an insanely great position, playing off of these 2 negates. Now I'm going to use Light of Sekka's ability, allowing me to banish it, showing a Fiendish Rhino Warrior to shuffle in my deck, and hopefully drawing that Burning Abyss monster that I need. That Burning Abyss monster will be pivotal to breaking this game. He only has 1 negate left, or at least 1 negate visible, and I think I'll be in a pretty good position if I can make some sort of play. Whoa, it's going to be really awesome to see how this happens. I'm going to... No, it looks like I don't have the Burning Abyss monster. So we are not in all state. Looks like TJ is definitely running away with this game. Cyber Dragon's having a strong board inside of a Constellar Pleiades bounce, and as well as a Cyber Dragon Infinity Gate. TJ has not, or has smartly not used Cyber Dragon Infinity, and he is on his road to Virillion City, ladies and gentlemen. Get it? Virillion, I mean, that would be cool, no? On the road to Virillion City, yeah. So it looks like I'm going to go ahead and debate on if I should use the Seer. If I leave it on the board, we're in trouble. That's just it. Seer by himself, TJ has the Cyber Dragon Infinity that I can still use. I need to bait out that Infinity because the cards that I can follow up with are going to be insane. I'm going to attack with the Seer. Yes, we are. No, maybe. So we're definitely debating. I'm going to attack into the Summon Sorceress with the Seer, and it's going to get destroyed. I mean, unless TJ has, I don't know, I can't, Battle Fader? I don't think Battle Fader even works that way. Swift Scarecrow? It's going to get destroyed. So Seer's effect is going to trigger, and TJ is actually going to use the Cyber Dragon Infinity on it. And I'm like, cool, you actually just played into my trap. I'm gonna summon Dark Arm Dragon, and now I am able to break TJ's board, banishing Alec. Well, you're gonna see Seer, but I'm gonna banish Alec, and then you're gonna see the Ghost Ogre, which is gonna make me cry. The Dark Arm Dragon got Ghost Ogre. So not only did TJ have the negation with Cyber Dragon Infinity, he had the bounce with Constellar Pleiades, and he had the Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. This is a really tough spot to be in. I don't think I have any follow-up plays. I'm going to give it right back to TJ. Now, the great thing about that is that TJ could have actually followed up by using Summon Sorceress to special summon the Cyber Dragon Hers to my side of the field. I'm pretty sure Summon Sorceress summons in defense, but he still would have been able to gain some advantage by destroying that Hers, or even bouncing it to his hand with the Constellar Pleiades, and then still following up with some more insane plays. So at least I'm pretty fortunate to get the Infinity off the board, but I'm still dealing with a Constellar Pleiades and a Summon Sorceress. TJ is going to take that advantage to inflict a chunk of damage to my life points, effectively 4,900, putting me down at 2,300. And then I think that's actually going to be the end of his turn. He didn't draw the greatest hands, he just drew enough to make this type of board. I'm going to start off by normal summoning Fiendish Rhino Warrior. TJ is going to respond with Constellar Pleiades effect, balancing the Rhino Warrior back to my hand. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to scoop it up. Oh my, that is a beautiful hand. Orbital Hydrolander, Blackluster Soldier, Effect Veiler. Oh man, if I was able to use the Effect Veiler on my opponent's turn, it was my next card that I drew, I would have been in a good spot, being able to summon a Blackluster Soldier and then just run over his board or force it first and then follow up with something. I'm going to go first this time around, getting Light Aseka again 3 times in a row. You go, boy. That is exactly what you need in Burning Abyss. I'm then going to follow up by normal summoning Fiendish Rhino Warrior to my side of the field, and then I'm going to special summon Farfa Malbrink of the Burning Abyss. This is going to be an insanely good game right now. Game 3, TJ's already showed you the power of Cyber Dragons. I've already showed you that Burning Abyss has the resiliency and the power to make some games. Let's see who'll win. Burning Abyss is going, or Dante's gonna mill DD Crow, Tour Guide from the Underworld, and Fabled Sulcus to the graveyard. And I think I'm actually gonna use the effect of my Fiendish Rhino Warrior, allowing me to send 1 Fiend monster from my deck to my graveyard. I already have Sulcus in the graveyard, so sending Graf to the graveyard is a really good option. Graf's ability allowing me to special summon a Burning Abyss monster to my side of the field. You guys should already know which monster is coming aboard. Seer, the pig. The fat guy. He's not really fat, but he can definitely shed some pounds, hit the gym, you know, get some stacks on him. He's going to summon himself to the side of the field, and now I can make that Underclock Taker Beatrice combo, provided that TJ doesn't have the Ash Blossom, or I'm sorry, not the Ash Blossom, my apologies, provided that he doesn't have the Ghost Bell or, you know, any other things to stop me. I'm definitely thinking about my next combo. Maybe I don't have the Burning Abyss monster. Maybe I don't necessarily want to give up a Seer, because giving up a Seer to make a Beatrice is not terrible, but it's still like, I don't like it. I am next going to go ahead and follow up. Are we going to use the Light Aseka? No, it looks like we're just going to use those monsters for a Link summon. Seer and Dante using themselves, summoning Underclock Taker to my side of the field, and then activating Dante as Chain Link 2, Seer is Chain Link 1, summoning the Dante to my side of the field, and then lastly gaining the Seer from my graveyard to my hand. So now I'm going to discard Alec. So I did have another Burning Abyss monster to make Beatrice. Beatrice Underclock Taker is powerful. Very, very powerful. And even against the Sky Striker matchup, let's say you have the Alec in the deck, you detach the Dante, send the Alec, negate the Beatrice, and now they can't Widow Anchor it. So good spots all around. TJ, what do you have to break this board? Because while it does seem very simplistic, I have the ability to send cards like Fairy Tale Snow, Farfa, Eclipse Wyvern, as you guys seen before. Depending on what he does, I could win this game the very next turn. Also, coupled with the fact that I have not summoned Broiled Sword Dragon. Broiled Sword Dragon is still really powerful for this deck. Even though I do have some heavy hitters inside of the main board, Being able to summon a 3K monster that can attack multiple times in one turn, coupled with the fact of my heavy hitters, I don't know, Black Lizard Soldiers plus Boral Sword Dragon just seems like a perfect combination, a match made in heaven. TJ is going to go ahead and start off his turn wishing that Beatrice was in my extra monster zone, because this Cyber Dragon that he's going to special summon would have so much more value. He could have used that into Beatrice for a contact fusion to Chimera attack. He's then going to go ahead and follow up with the normal summon of Cyber Dragon Dry, using its effect, making all of his monsters level 5. Now I'm going to think about what I'm going to do, and I think this is going to be a pretty good situation reading Cyber Dragon Nova's effect. It's not a quick effect to spell summon a Cyber Dragon monster, but I think I don't care. I'm going to go ahead and use Beatrice, the Eternal Lady's effect, to send a monster from my deck to my graveyard, possibly a Farfa. It could be anything. So Beatrice's effect is going to activate, and TJ actually does have a response. He is going to use a Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit on my Beatrice. So now we must resolve these two chain links. Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit destroys Beatrice. Beatrice is going to send a Farfa to the graveyard, and this is going to create an entirely new chain. Farfa, Beatrice, Dante's effect. All of those will activate in simultaneously, meaning that I can put them in any chain link that I wish. Now, if you ask me, Farfa definitely should have been chain link 3 because it could not be hit by Ghost Bell. If he had a Ghost Bell, I'd be in a pretty bad position, but it almost seems like it doesn't matter what chain link I would have put it in. He had an even better card inside of DD Crow. Not hitting my other Farfa, my target with my Dante, not allowing me to recur a Burning Abyss monster from my deck or my graveyard to my hand. Now, he possibly could have held on to that DD Crow, but maybe he's thinking about a different scenario. He doesn't want me to gain that advantage. He doesn't possibly want me to gain that Pilgrim draw, but he knows I have Seer in my hand. TJ's then going to follow up with 1-for-1. Discarding Galaxy Soldier, tough. 2 spell summon the Cyber Dragon Hers, making it a level 5 monster. Now, as you guys know, Dre is level 5, Dry is level 5, Hers is level 5. Those 2 monsters can be used into an XE summon, which is going to use both of those monsters to make Cyber Dragon Nova. Nova effect detaching 1 material? No, he can't detach a material. He has no Cyber Dragon monsters in his graveyard, but he is going to make Cyber Dragon Infinity, using its ability to swallow Underclock Taker and make it 2,900, but no! I have the responses Effect Veiler negating Cyber Dragon Infinity's effect. TJ is forced to negate the Effect Veiler, which essentially puts the Cyber Dragon Infinity at 2,700 and not the 2,900 needed to attack over the Pilgrim. TJ's end phase is going to come around, summoning Cyber Dragon to a side of the field, and I'm going to use Dante Pilgrim, discarding the Seer to draw a card, and that's going to trigger Seer's effect, allowing me to summon Dante to my side of the field, all on TJ's end phase. How you feel, how you feel, how you feel. I'm sitting on 2 Burning Abyss monsters and about to give you the deal, the business, the suitcase, after I get over to Cyber Dragon Infinity, because that effect is still very, 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 very deadly. I'm then going to go ahead and start off my turn by normal summoning Skarm to my side of the field. Then special summoning Alec to my side of the field. Playing with a little bit of cockiness, knowing that TJ wouldn't dare to negate any of these cards that I'm going to be summoning to my side of the field. And then on TJ's side, he's probably in a really tough spot. I could negate these cards. The Pilgrim's going to attack over him anyway, so I might as well get this advantage. But it's almost like if I negate these cards, there might be something else coming. I'm going to go ahead and send for 3 and not use Fiendish Rhino Warrior's effect to send a monster from my deck to my graveyard. But I am going to use Sekka's Light, allowing me to shuffle a card from my hand to my deck, this time around being Dark Arm Dragon, to allow me to draw a card. So again, I am not afraid of that Cyber Dragon Infinity, but a different approach might cost me a little bit. I'm saying this is some cockiness going on right now. I could attack with that Pilgrim, but maybe I'm just focused on getting as much damage. I'm like, that Infinity, I'm not scared of it. I do have Favor Sulcus in my graveyard, so I'm going to go ahead and use its ability, discarding 2 monsters from my hand to the graveyard, Eclipse Wyvern and the Fairy Tale Snow. Whoa, you go, boy. And then using the ability of Eclipse Wyvern to banish a level 7 or higher, maybe the Dark Arm monster that I shuffled back into my deck. I think TJ is now pressed to use that Cyber Dragon Infinity's effect, which he is going to be negating that Eclipse Wyvern. No, I'm not going to let you scrape me this bad, because if I have a Black Lizard Soldier, Chaos Dragon Levianeer, this is game. I'm then going to go ahead and use Dante to attack into the Cyber Dragon Infinity, giving me back my Underclock Taker. Thank you very much. Dante to attack over the Cyber Dragon. Dante to attack directly, and then Fable Sulcus attacking directly as well. This is going to put TJ in a bind when it comes to the life point situation. But still, he's down, but not out. I think he's in a very, very good spot to possibly surmount some type of comeback, even put himself on the board. Now, it looks like I'm going to be using some more effects or trying to calculate damage. Damage doesn't seem to be done on the calculator down on the bottom, so maybe we were just figuring that out. He's going to take a whopping 5,600 damage. I'm sorry, 4,600 damage through that entire exchange. And then I'm going to pass my turn right back to Thomas Jefferson. Good old dollar bill, man. I mean, well, not dollar bill, but you guys know what I understand, or what I'm saying. I'm going to switch Dante's to defense due to their effect. And TJ actually forgot to get this effect of Cyber Dragon hers. He's going to claim it right now. He's so mystified by the card effects that I'm using, he wanted to see it in action himself. He's going to follow up by special summoning Cyber Dragon to a side of the field and then activating Overload Fusion. Whoa! That is a blast from the past. He's going to use both his Cyber Dragon hers and Cyber Dragon Nova for the summon of Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon, using Rampage's ability to send monsters from his deck to the graveyard. You guys are actually going to see him send a Galaxy Soldier, but he actually meant to send a Cyber Dragon. He's going to correct that a little later into that video. So, really interesting. TJ is in a good spot, in a bad spot at the same time. His Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon isn't strong enough to beat over my monsters. He can't make Seeger right now, or at least I wouldn't think he could have made Seeger. Maybe if he had Core in the graveyard. Nope. I'm not sure how would he have been able to overcome this. But actually, if he makes another Infinity, a Big Daddy Infinity snatching the Sulcus, he could put himself back into this game, back into the driver's seat. And I think he is. He's going to use the Cyber Dragon and the Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon for an Exceed summon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Rampage isn't going to do anything but get some Cyber Dragon monsters into his graveyard, as well as allow him to make a quick Exceed summon. So I think that that was a pretty smart idea by TJ to make the Cyber Dragon Nova. Now, Nova can use this effect to spell summon Cyber Dragon from his graveyard to his side of the field, but unfortunately for him, I do have that Fairy Tale Snow in the graveyard. This is probably one of the best times to activate it. I'm going to use Fairy Tale Snow's effect, banishing 7 cards from my graveyard to spell summon itself to the side of the field, flip the Nova face down, and TJ is going to scoop it up. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, and if you didn't, let us know down below in the comment section what we could do to be better. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day, like I am.